Welcome, my Tauruses, to your 2024 year ahead reading. I'm Christine. It's a pleasure to have you here. Few things before we get started. Always know to tap into any sign that you intuitively feel called to for this reading. Generally Sun, Moon, Rising, but also North Node, Venus, Mars, etc. I also want to give credit to the New Year forecast spread that I'm using for this 2024 year ahead reading. It was created by the Tarot Lady, and it's amazing, and I'll be adding a few things, which I'll detail in a little bit. Also, if you'd like to be entered into the December drawing for a free, complimentary, those are the same synonyms, 60-minute personal reading with me, that'll be happening live via video. Comment down below in the discussion or the comment area with your favorite animal. There's no pressure. It's free, it's complimentary, and it's a personal tarot oracle reading. So I will be announcing winners at the end of the month. I'll be announcing winners in January during one of the weekly energy forecasts, and also I'll be doing a post about it. Finally, the details. In this reading, we are going to go over the summary of the year. So 2023, we're going to look into your career, finances, love, family and friends, spirituality, outlook for 2024, and then go by each quarter. So first quarter, the first 3 months, January to March. Second quarter, we have April through June. Third quarter, July through September. And the final quarter of the year, we have October through December. We'll also take a look at the biggest obstacle you'll face in 2024, how to overcome that obstacle, and the overview of the year ahead. I'll be adding to it by plucking some oracle cards, and we're going to dive in for additional messages related to your soul path that could also give you more guidance and clarity. We're going to also see what self-care to focus on for the year, or to renew or cultivate or continue nurturing. And then we'll get final messages from your spirit animals, archangels, and Archangel Michael. So if you're ready, grab your favorite drink. I always suggest grabbing a notepad, your journal, and a pen, and take notes, because a lot of times you get ideas, you get your own messages as well, and different things come up that you could write down for reference for yourself. So let's see what the universe has in store for my Tauruses for 2024. What do they need to know for the upcoming year? Okay. So right now I'm pulling out 13 cards for this tarot spread. Haven't turned them up, upright yet. So bottom of the deck, we have Knight of Cups. And the Lovers, Gemini energy. Six of Wands, something you're wanting to strengthen in 2024. Could be obviously love bonds, relationships in general. But I feel like there's an overall energy of tightening things up. You know, when you clean up an area and you're like, yeah, let me just dust, let me put in something fresh here, maybe a new pillow. It's that kind of energy. So let's take a look at your first card, for the summary of the year 2023. Ace of Coins. This is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. 2023 was a year of strength, a year of stabilizing, but building on that. So becoming stronger, whether it had to do with your finances, growing in your career. But I feel like this is a holistic card that speaks to all areas of your life. And I feel like this was a year that really tested many Tauruses. Your strength was tested throughout the year in so many ways. These could have been in terms of your emotional response, different events that happened with family, with friends, positive and lows. There's something coming through about just your strength right now from January 2023 till now. It's like someone charged the phone and it just went up. Some of you may be referencing certain strength movies, because I heard them from the movie Rocky Balboa. You know, when he's getting ready. I haven't seen that movie in years, maybe more than a decade. But he trains and he demonstrates perseverance. And that's what I'm seeing. I feel like many of you are just, you've overcome so much and have experienced so much in 2023. Because this is a big one. Ace of Coins. These are heavy hitters. These are big things that have happened to you, that have tested your will. Could have been will to live, will to continue, will to survive. Your life, your perspective, everything. And I feel like it only, I'm hearing fortification, and I heard it in Spanish. So some of you that may be tapping in, maybe Spanish speakers, because I heard fortaleza. So there's just a strengthening. And at the end of the year, I feel like some of you may have some type of main character movie energy that you can relate to, or even a song or a soundtrack. So when you feel anything that's dipping low, or you're feeling a certain way, there's something to remind you of everything that you've overcome. Holy smokes, you all have just grown. It's not just the superficial type of adulting we think of when, you know, you're doing things that you need to do in life to grow, work, pay your bills, save up, meet your goals, etc. This is really deep diving, like boulder strength. I keep getting, for quite a few Tauruses that I'm tapping into, something really big happened in 2023 that it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. These are situations or challenges that happen where they completely turn your life around, or your belief system, or the faith that you have in life. It's going to vary for everyone, but you're coming out of 2023 so much more stronger, with greater clarity, greater strength. You're ready to keep going. You're wanting to grow. So whatever experience or experiences, because I feel like this was a big challenge. It could have been the death of a loved one. It could have been getting laid off, or having some type of major job change or epiphany, relationship endings, especially long-term ones, because this energy is one of longevity and durability. I feel like all of this has given you so much clarity, and right now, whenever you watch this, particularly as the year 2023 wraps up and before we begin 2024, I feel like many of you want more quality. And I feel like whatever has happened in 2023 gave you that resolve, gave you that renewed energy of like, you know what? This happened in this area. I may as well and really desire to take stock in every other area of my life to see if anything else is not built on a solid foundation, because this is an energy of commitment, of growth, of full investment of your time and energy. And that's the overall energy here. And so I feel like if you look at the life pies, the life circles, many folks use it, therapists, coaches, people in general, when you're making goals especially, you divide your life in terms of these different segments: relationships, love, personal development, business and career, right? Finances, etc. I feel like you're wanting to strengthen each area so that it's quality and it connects to what it is that you want, your values. Some of you, whatever has happened in 2023 to make you, this is like a Prometheus type of energy, Rocky Balboa, you know, the energy of just training really hard, or just experiencing something so life-changing. There's two ways out. You can go down and you can go up. And something just made you just grew, but it was an accelerated growth. It's really hard for me to explain it. It's very spiritual too. You accelerated rapidly because of this challenge or series of challenges that I'm feeling in 2023. Anyways, I'm feeling that experience opened your eyes, or those experiences opened your eyes and made you see life from a different perspective and realize I want more and I deserve more. So if there's any holes in any area of your life, that doesn't mean it has to be perfect or that you're still working on it, right? But if it's not going in the direction that you want, and you have people, places, things, and mindsets, you're like, this is quality. You're headed towards the King and Queen of Pentacles. And that's where I feel like your 2023, there's a lot. That's where I feel like you're bridging that into 2024. Let's get more information. What else can you tell us about the year that has gone by for my Tauruses for 2023? I just get weighted. There's something very, very profound that affected many Tauruses in 2023. Could be because of the nodal shifts. They changed in mid-July from North Node Taurus, South Node Scorpio to North Node Aries, South Node Libra. So Taurus is, if you were Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising, Taurus Moon, or had a lot of, maybe like a stellium or a lot of placements in Taurus, a lot of profound changes when you have the nodes transiting in a major placement or sign for you. I just feel like something really big, at least something, one thing. For many, it was a series of things, almost like giant tests from the universe. And I don't think you realize how strong you are. And some of you may be thinking, I don't want to be strong anymore. I'm tired of being strong. But I feel like this happened from a more spiritual, energetic perspective, because the universe was guiding you to also make you realize there's other areas of your life. Perhaps there's energies, people, and even things that you may be part of or pouring into that are not aligned to where you want to go. I asked for more details here. We got the World card, 21. This includes the fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. Your soul in 2023 was breaking free, was expanding, total nodal energy, but still, your soul was ready to complete things, and some of them, I felt like there may have been difficulty, hence some of these big challenges. And some challenges, depending on your belief system, I do feel some certain things are predestined. So you're gonna know, only you will know and connect to that on your journey. But I just feel like I'm getting marathon energy. Some of you were able to prepare for these challenges and many of you were not. So it's like marathon, you can prepare for that, obviously, right? Most people don't just enter and then run and they don't have experience. They prepare for it weeks, maybe months. But some challenges in your life, you can't until it happens, right? Sometimes you'll find out and you have no idea, like you were laid off, or your partner wants to separate, divorce, or break up. It's that energy that may leave you stunned and you're like, what? I didn't see it coming. That type of energy. Those are the challenges that I'm speaking of, where those strengthen you because you didn't realize the way that you responded and the way you processed everything. You were able to do it just from receiving that challenge. I hope I'm saying this right. Your soul was ready to break free of limitations, of certain restraints, of certain belief systems and patterns. Because the World card is one of a cycle coming to an end. This perfectly aligns with the astrology, I'll say, for my Tauruses, big time. And I'm getting a lot of relationship energies too. There may have been people that left your life. And right now I feel like you're doing a quality assurance checkup. You know, when products go to market, they go through, especially we'll say like with those that are dealing with safety, but food products, any equipment that could potentially harm someone, like baby products, strollers, car seats, cars, that type of stuff. I feel that energy where you're going through your own quality assurance right now and figuring out, okay, if this has been continuing in my life for a while, is it going to change? Because I don't want to continue this. You guys want to up level big time. Many of you are ready to pivot huge. This is a huge ass acceleration that I'm feeling. You're about to take off. And remember, everyone's on different timelines, but I feel in 2024, you're like an airplane. Some of you are getting ready to embrace the new. You're tired of repeating cycles. You're tired of repeating the same shit. Some of you, I feel with these challenges, they awakened you. Yes, they awakened you to make you realize, whoa, I did not realize that this was going on or that this was repeating. Because a lot of times when certain things happen that take you off your rocker, or in other words, you become unbalanced and you're like, you know what, I need to sit off into the sidelines for a minute here and just reflect and catch my breath. You see things from a drastically different perspective. And I feel like what happened in 2023 for my Tauruses, for you all, really entailed deep reflection, deep introspection. I'm getting major life changes, deep. Some of you, this involved the losses of people very close to you. And endings in relationships, big endings. just big, not like, oh yeah, I got a job and 2 weeks later I left. Not like that. These aren't things that came into your life short term. It'll depend, but these are big issues that I'm getting, energies. You guys, in 2024, your glasses, it's almost like when you get upgraded glasses, the prescriptions get refined. You can see better. I feel like that's what's happening in 2024. There were certain patterns that needed to be broken. It's like a domino effect. It may not have been this particular challenge or a series of challenges that was directly linked to making you aware of certain things that were repeating or things that you wanted to clean up, but it's like a domino. The dominoes, when you hit one, they all hit another. That's the same effect it has in our life. It's amazing how everything works from a more cosmic spiritual level, and we don't see it. It's so intricate. It's like a spider web. You all are starting a brand new cycle, and I feel like it's coming from a higher place of consciousness. I keep getting strength and faith with you all. Some of you have gotten renewed faith. Faith in yourself. This could also be faith in your belief system, faith in a spiritual or religious course or path, faith in something higher. Many of you, it's like, again, an accelerated adulting. It's like you go through a car wash. You know how the car may look really dirty and then it goes through the car wash and you're like, damn, I didn't recognize the car. It looks brand new. That's the energy I'm feeling. A lot was compressed in 2023 for you guys, where you literally went through, we'll call it a cosmic spiritual car wash, and you came out and you're like, shit. But as a result of that, certain things are still a part of your life where I feel like you're outgrowing them. Same energy with kids. Just think about when kids grow quickly, especially babies from time of birth to about 1 year, they go through many different clothing sizes. That's the energy that I'm getting. So some of you in 2024, right away, we haven't even looked at other cards yet. You're stretching your soul. So you're wanting that, you're desiring that, but you're wanting that to stretch so much that certain things are going to just fall away and you're going to change course, I feel. Some of you have a need to travel, but it's not just travel physically, although I feel like it's going to happen for many Tauruses, because we do have Jupiter in Taurus until May 2024. But I also feel like this is travel in all areas of life. You're ready to grow in a new way. Okay, let's take a look at your first card. Well, I should say second, technically. Career outlook. We have Two of Coins. More, sorry for my creaky chair. We've got Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. I feel like right away, I feel like your money situation for many Tauruses has stabilized in 2023. And for many, it's increased. You may have gotten more responsibility or have asked for that. I feel like in 2024 for your career, you're also looking to, I'm hearing equitable. So in terms of your home life, private life, personal life, and your work, career, your job, I feel like you're looking for more balance here. Oops. Let me move this card. There's a balancing of scales that's happened, and I feel like it has to do with what happened in 2023. Something during that year, or several things, made you realize the importance of your values and what truly matters, especially your loved ones. Some of you have kids. Some of you are parents right away. And it can mean fur parents, human parents, or you just generate that energy of nurturing. And it could be all three. Some of you have pets, plants, human kids, but there's an energy of nurturing too. It could be yourself as well. And wanting to carve out space and time for that in 2024 and not just be consumed and do things just for the sake of doing them, because this is connected to your value system. And I feel like many of you are redefining that. So it feels good, and it includes people and things that are important to you. I'm getting strongly family and connections, relationships, but family, however you define it. I feel like with your career, you're taking, again, a more balanced approach. Some of you are looking to manage your finances. This is related to finances. So this could be, again, there's a different shift in responsibilities and roles in your career that I see happening, where some of you are taking, less responsibility so that it's not too demanding for you, and others are wanting to take more. So there's a spectrum here that I'm seeing, like a duality here. I also feel with this energy, you're realizing that how much you give is important in terms of how you receive. And that's another reason why I feel like some of you are really taking a step back to analyze, whoa, I'm putting in a lot of work in my career at the expense of what? And it's going to be different for everyone, because some of you may truly value, career could be one of your top core values. And if you may be at a season in your life where that's the most important thing. So, but I just feel like there's a balance that you want, because some of you want to explore meaningful connections. You want to explore life and what it means and enjoy those moments. There's something about enjoying the small moments. It's kind of like a slow living vibe, where you're intentional, and when you're in the presence of those you love, or you're going out with a friend or with your partner, or your kids, or whatever you're doing, even if you're by yourself, it's like you want to stay connected to that and not just worry about career. So there's something here about managing those priorities and responsibilities in 2024. So that could entail setting boundaries for yourself and asking yourself, whether you work for yourself or for someone else, when does work end? The hour I get off, or when I pull up in the driveway after a commute, or when I close the computer if you work from home? Because when you signify you're off work, because it's all energy, because some people, they leave their workplaces, but they're never off of work. They're working at home on the computer, they're answering their phones, etc. So something that may help is to dictate for you energetically when work is closed, and then practice that. See how it goes. It can be uncomfortable, especially if you're someone that checks your email a lot or your phone in relation to work. That could also mean having some type of ritual. Some people put on a certain podcast, music, song, or audiobook when they commute. It depends how you commute, whether by car or by public transportation. The same thing when you get home or you work for yourself. There could be something to ritualize that you're transitioning from work to home life, personal life. Some people also change. Many folks change from their work uniform to something maybe more comfy, more like leisure wear. So there's something here about carving and ritualizing those processes so that you can maintain some type of balance in 2024 that allows you to demarcate those areas clearly. I also feel like for folks that are looking for jobs, there's going to be a lot more opportunities. But that first means dictating and defining what it is you want. Because I get some of you, it's almost like in your head, you look for jobs, you think of jobs that you want, and they sound great, but in the practical sense, they don't work for you or your life, or it's like not something you want. Like some of you may want to work virtually, but you're applying to in-person jobs. So what happens when you maybe get called for an interview or you get the job? So I keep getting something about defining and clarifying, what do you truly want in a job? Especially if it's not part of your career. Because many folks are working maybe on their own business, right? And they need jobs to pay the bills. So maybe you need something flexible, something during the evening or early morning, whatever it is. Get really clear on what you want. What you envision that looking like, because I feel like that's going to bring in more opportunities for you. Because some of you have been saying yes to different jobs, applications, when they should be a no, and you're applying to them. And I feel like there could be frustration with that in 2024, because you may not be getting hits, responses, or feedback. And I feel like it's because you're not truly aligned to that. It could also mean too, with this energy, is trying something different. I keep getting scales energy here. Trying something different that you haven't tried before. New networking event, reaching out to a new person, presenting yourself in a different way, shifting maybe your elevator speech. Instead of maybe business cards, e-business cards. It's like that type of energy, trying something new. But overall, I sense something very positive in 2024. This is very much, again, tied to your personal values. I feel like many Tauruses here, you really want to make sure that your career life doesn't consume your entire life. There's that saying that's coming to me, live to work, work to live, that one. You want to live. What is it? Live to work? I don't know how it goes, but that's what's coming up. You want to enjoy your life too, but you don't want to be consumed by your career. Anything else my Tauruses need to know, please? Thank you. Got 2 cards. We got 8 of Cups, water energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and we got the Chariot, Cancer energy. This relates to the home. So some of you in 2024 could be, there's several things I'm getting. Some of you, maybe because of these young kids, some of you may be getting ready in 2024 to transition back into the workforce. Because to me, this signifies a change in home. Some of you are literally leaving home. So maybe you were tending to kids or taking time out from the workforce and you're reintegrating, or maybe you're a student and you're coming back. So something is shifting where you're leaving that area of your life and you're returning. And for some, it could be vice versa. I feel like for some of you, you're transitioning your kids into alternative care, daycare, being taken care of by relatives, or doing like hybrid, something like that. I also feel like for some, you're going to shift your careers or leave your current job. Both of these cards signifies endings, shifts and moves. Some of you are going to move for your career. I feel like that's going to bring in more money for you, even though we haven't gotten on finances. But there's a direction that's happening, that's changing in 2024. So again, these energies are about leaving something, whether it's leaving the not working phase and returning back into work, or leaving your current career, your industry, your job, and thinking about that. I feel like this has been a shift that you have been thinking about for quite some time. You may not have experienced emotional fulfillment in your job. Some of you want something more. And this connects back to 2023. Your values have changed a lot. Some of you want something more meaningful. It's not just even about the money. Yeah, you want to make sure that you have that stability and perhaps those comforts, whatever that means for you to support your lifestyle. But I also feel like you want to do something meaningful that expresses who you are. Let's look at finances now. Ace of Wands. Talk about doing something meaningful and creative. Look at this. Aries, Leo, Sag. Beautiful card. Beautiful energy. Interesting, your finances. For those of you that are wanting to up-level your finances, I feel like it's going to come from the creation of something that you birth. Sometimes this can indicate birthing family. Sometimes. But I feel like for most, it's going to be something you intellectually and intuitively create on your own. This could also mean creating something at your workplace, because not everyone wants to be a solopreneur, entrepreneur, business owner, or work freelance or contracting. So let me break it down here for your finances, because this again is tied to your career. I feel like there's going to be major opportunities for financial blessings in 2024, especially as it relates to your creations. Think about what you love doing or have wanted to return to, or something that's calling you to pursue. I'm getting photography, I'm getting painting, watercolors and acrylics I'm seeing, but obviously it could be all mediums. I'm hearing and I'm seeing books and book publishing. So this could extend to blogs. It's that type of energy. Some of you may like designing, so designing web pages, branding, that kind of thing. Whatever it is, and it could start off as a side hustle or something you're just wanting to explore in your own job, but I feel like that is going to help elevate you big time with your finances. So if there's something that you enjoy doing and you're curious, and especially people are like, wow, you're really good at this. Do you do this for work? Like, can I work with you? And you're like, no, this is just for fun. This is also asking you, well, have you thought about looking at this more? Because sometimes when you start off, and it could be scary trying to monetize something, especially that you've done for pleasure or for fun. But if it's something that you feel very called to and it's easy for you and you enjoy it and you enjoy helping people with it, this is a big way I feel like you're going to bring in money. This is coming from you. You're creating this. So it's something personal, it's something tailored. Same thing for those of you that are in organizations or companies or workplaces. I feel like you're going to come up or have a series of ingenious ideas that are just you. These are big ones that could help the company in some way, so they could get you a bigger portfolio, higher pay, a promotion, whatever it is. And that is going to bring in more money for you. So do not be afraid, Tauruses, in 2024, when you have any, especially as it relates to career and work. And I'll get to those looking for work, to speak about it or think some time for yourself and then share it with who you need to, so that you can get that ball rolling, especially if you work for others. Don't be afraid to share your ideas and, let people know, hey, I think we could do it this way. What do you think? Because I feel like this is going to happen, XYZ. And I feel like it's going to turn out so much better than you realize. For those of you that are looking for jobs, this is with career and finances that I'm seeing. This has to do with putting your creative twist on your own job search, your own self, because this is related to finances. Sometimes what I've experienced and what I've seen too is people tell you to look for jobs, especially for those wanting to increase their income, because again, they're very related for you in 2024. People tell you have to do it in a certain way, and I feel like the Tauruses I'm speaking to that are wanting to look for another job that has or brings in more money, or those that are simply looking for work to get money, there's something here that I feel you want to do that's maybe different, that's not really done, and you're being called to do it in 2024, because I feel like that's going to garner attention. That could mean offering a class or a workshop to someone and they see you and it gets monetized or something like that, or people offer you compensation. 2024 is an idea to start putting everything you've dreamed of and that you're thinking of into practical action, because fire is fast. Once they have an idea energetically, they execute it. There's no waiting around, for months. Think about it. Take the next step. Maybe some of you want to create your own business and it's around something that you want to help people with. Again, I'm keeping it generally because there's a lot coming at me. First step could be, okay, let me talk to a mentor, or look at the local business center at the university, or Google online. That's what I mean by taking action. It doesn't necessarily mean, okay, the next day I'm going to create the business, right? It's just taking action little by little towards that, because the universe is asking you. I'm getting like squeezed toothpaste. So when you're at the end of the toothpaste, I don't know about you guys, but I'll roll it against the counter to squeeze everything, and then I'll cut it with the scissors. This is exactly the energy I'm getting here. The universe is asking you, it's time to squeeze out all of that creative life force energy and ideas from you. Don't hold them in. Don't relegate them to, maybe next year, maybe when the kids are grown, maybe this, maybe that. No, 2024 is going to be that year for you to express this, because it's related to your money in a very positive way. This is really exciting. I get for a lot of creatives. Any other details, please, for my Tauruses for their financial outlook? Anything else we need to know? You know what? I'm going to pick a card. I don't want to waste time. Holy shit. You got Ace of Pentacles, which was your first 2023 summary. Different deck, obviously different tarot deck, same card. You got this for, it's like clarifying information for your financial sector. Ace of Wands, Ace of Coins. Holy shit, unexpected. Well, I'm saying unexpected for me, but it's not, I don't feel it's going to be that way. Whatever that you birth, you create in 2024 is going to be tied into bringing you long-term money. And remember this energy of the money, it's a slow and steady build, which means it's going to be solid. It's not one of those get-rich schemes in, you know, 24 hours where you're going to get $1 million. This is slow and steady, which is amazing because you're building a solid ground. You're building something that people are going to want to invest in, that people are going to trust, and that's what you want, and you're going to yield this. You're bringing in prosperity through this way. Some of you have hobbies, pleasures, things that you love doing for others for free, or maybe you just charge minimally, that has the potential to be amazing, like for a business yourself, or if you want to add it into a full-time job you have. Let's take a look at love now. One sec. You guys are getting so many good cards. You got Ace of Cups. Several things here. For those that are in committed relationships, because I'm doing those that are in relationships already, those that are dating and wanting to look or haven't dated yet, and those that are like, hell no, I don't want any relationship. Right away I get for those that are in committed relationships, if you're in a status yet, how do you call it? Boyfriend, girlfriend type of status, whatever you're labeled, that kind of status. Maybe you're dating and you're seeing it head towards commitment. I feel like there's going to be some level of engagement, proposal, or some signification of we're committing this union to the next level. Because some people don't want to get married, but that's the energy that I'm feeling for folks that have been in relationships already. For those of you that are already in the union, I feel like this is a renewal. It reminds me almost like a renewal of vows type of energy. I feel like 2024, it's like falling in love all over again with your partner. And I feel like deepening. Again, this comes from everything that you've experienced in 2023. It's like the rug was slid under your feet and you're like, shit, what happened to my values? Where'd they go? You reformulated them, re-strengthened them. Many of you, I feel, have shifted them to what you want. Again, I get significant spiritual adulting and spiritual growth here with you all. And I feel like there's a deepening of that with your love life. Those in committed partnerships, you're going to experience greater love, quality, depth, get renewal energy. So for any of you that have been in relationships for a while, and again, that's relative. It could be 1 year or more, right? And those, I'm talking about people that are already in some committed, and it's hard to define because some people they're not married, right? And they're in committed relationships. So please define it as it feels good to you. This is what I'm getting here. There's a moment of realizing in 2024, like, hey, I really want to nourish this bond, this relationship even deeper. Let's get together and do meaningful things. Maybe plan out dates, maybe plan out ways we can enjoy company together, maybe go out or have vacations or spend quality time together. Because cups is, everyone has different love languages, but I get interaction, so conversations. I get like physicalness. It could be physical touch or being next to one another, but it's a presence, like the physical space. It's not just, hey, let's text each other. This is very concerted emotional connection. It's opening up on a very deeper level too. So again, I get the energy of falling in love all over again with your partner. For those of you that have been in a relationship, like we'll say early relationship, it's going to the next level, big time. That's why I get engagement, wedding energy, and take it as it resonates. It could be just moving in, or you're just saying, you know what, you're it, you're my person, you're my life partner, or whatever. That's the energy I'm feeling for those. It's huge. For those that are looking for love, wow. This is very positive for everyone all around. For those that are looking for love, this 2024 is the year, I feel, where you're going to be able to connect to people that to different people and ultimately meet the person. If you're into one-on-one, right? You're gonna meet a person that you connect with. There's a strong potential because it signifies a relationship for you all, like a big one. Perhaps the one. I don't want to say the one, but it's a big one. And so this is significant. So for any of you that have been like, oh, it's not working, keep your heart open. Keep working on your goals, on yourself, and making your life the best that you can be. Because I feel like this is around the corner. Cups is usually, you could say months, but I keep getting around the corner. So it could be someone that's coming in your vicinity, literally around the corner if you live in the corner, or it could be around the neighborhood or community that you meet this person, or in time reference, like they're gonna be here soon, you're gonna meet them. For singles, this is total, it's my year. It's like self-love glow up year. I feel like you're going to dedicate 2024 and put your name on there. It's like, I'm hearing that song, Dedicated to the One I Love. Each night before I go to bed, my baby, the mamas and the papas sang a rendition. So did the Shirelles. Beautiful song. This is dedicated to the one I love. Okay, I'm not gonna sing it more, but I feel like you're also falling in love with yourself in a different way. You're putting yourself on a platter and you're like, this is my year. I'm gonna love myself, learn how to love myself. I'm gonna treat myself like a partner would treat me. So this is huge because I feel like you're gonna make a very intentional effort to connect with yourself emotionally deeper. It's asking yourself, how do I feel? How do I want to feel? And I feel like many of you are recouping that cup, especially in past experiences. If it wasn't always filled and you were giving it away, you're adding more to yourself. So this is a lot about focusing your energy on you and giving to yourself. Look at this bowl. It's not even a cup. It's a giant ass bowl. Do you see that? You're nourishing yourself. Some of you may feel like this is my year where I'm going to, and then you have all your goals listed out. I'm going to get in the best shape of my life. I'm going to go after my dream job. I'm going to do this. It's like that energy here. Can we get any more information for my Tauruses on their love life? What else? Let me pull a card. What else do my singles that don't want to be in a relationship, what do they need to know for 2024? We'll do it for each. What do my singles that don't want to be in a relationship need to know for 2024? Okay, we're gonna pluck. King of Wands. You know when people say, I don't want a relationship, and they get out of it and they just focus on themselves? I feel two things I'm getting. This is main character energy. You're taking leadership of your life. Singles that don't want a relationship. But I also feel like you're going to be in your own bubble, in your own world, just falling in love with who you are, getting to know yourself again, really working on what it is you want to accomplish and feeling good. That's the goal, is to feel good. I feel like you're going to attract someone. King of Wands is Leo energy. I feel like that's going to make you a magnet. So it's interesting because those that are never looking for love, you see how quickly they find it. It's because they have the least amount of resistance. They're busy living their own life and all of a sudden they bump into someone at the market picking up a receipt or something like that. So singles that don't want to be in a relationship, you're going to take complete main character energy for yourself in 2024, but I also feel like that's going to bring in someone too. So that's obviously up to you. Can we get additional information on love for those that are already in unions, committed partnerships for a while? Four of Swords. So this obviously doesn't denote something, everyone wants to feel, but I feel like many of you are going to create your own nest with your partner. I'm getting, because I'm intuitive as well, so I don't always read traditionally. I don't feel like something bad's going to happen and it's going to be high stress. But it does indicate for those of you that have conversations with your partners in 2024, there could be a point of contention there with your love languages. Some of you talk or communicate differently or express differently, and there have been bumps. So there could be something about learning each other's love languages, tapping into that. Perhaps even connecting to someone that you trust. It could be counselor, therapist that could help you mend the fluidity, the channels of communication. But on the whole, I feel like there's an energy of let's create our sanctuary, our nest together. This is connected to the falling in love part, where it's like a homebody energy. Some of you may be doing date nights at home or finding different ways to spend time together at home. That's the energy I feel. I'm hearing home is where the heart is. Okay, now for those that are in relationships, relatively new. We got 3 of Swords. So those of you that are in relationships, you're gonna know this already. Some of you in 2024 may break up. You may be feeling it. I also want to say for those of you in relationships that are about to ascend to the next level, some of you be careful of any past wounds, traumas, or belief systems that come up, because some people freak out as the relationship gets serious, and this is what I'm hearing right now. You may feel a fear of being constricted, being trapped, of commitment, of emotionally opening up. So these are things that are being mirrored and coming in. So if you're sensing a little bit of nerves, anxiety, or fear, talk, because this is sword energy. Talk your feelings through, whether in a diary, in a journal, with a therapist, a counselor, more importantly to the other person, to the partner, right? Because I feel like there's things from the past that could come up that could sabotage. So pay attention. These are for folks that have been dating someone for a while and you're like, okay, I'm sensing or feeling like something's about to go up to the next level. But I feel like for not all of you, for quite a few, and that's relative too, again, some of you may realize going into 2024 that your values and what you want to pursue in life, like the next stage, may not align. So there may be a breakup. Let me get my other deck. Anything else you can tell us about this breakup for the early relationship folks? Anything else? I pulled another tarot card from this deck. Justice card, Libra. Some of you may end up leaving a relationship because you just couldn't, it's almost like you couldn't meet in the middle. You may have had values that were too different. You digressed in different areas. It just wasn't working no matter how hard you tried. And for folks that are singles, my Tauruses, for my single Tauruses that are looking for love. The moon, Cancer energy, something about the home. You got Cancer water energy 3 times. This is the 3rd time. Take a look at where Cancer is in your chart. What house? Where the sign rules, which house it rules over, and also where the moon is, because the moon rules over Cancer. This is about nurturing yourself. I want to tell you, for folks that are single, my single Tauruses, and you're looking for love, nurture yourself, connect to your intuition and your psychic gifts, because I feel like it's going to help you prepare, but also connect to your energy field so you know if someone or something feels off. There's something deep here that's coming up as well. I also feel like for those that have been looking and you're not finding success, take a look deeper into past relationships. Make sure that you feel like you've moved on from them. If you're still thinking about something in the past, any exes, or there's a repeating pattern, and then you reflect and you're like, shit, this was present in past relationships, something here wants to come out to the light. You could call it a secret, but I feel like it's more subconscious that's coming out. It's floating up, and that wants to be healed. Because I feel like for some of my single Tauruses that have been looking for love, there's something that may be blocking you, and I feel like it's this that I just mentioned. You guys, overall, I sense extremely positive outlook for your love. Beautiful, beautiful reading. Let's take a look at your family and friends outlook. Page of Wands. I heard, let's take action, and there was that song, Barry Manilow, I think, was it? No, Barry White. That was his name, not Barry Manilow. Can't get enough of your love, babe. But it sounds more like a romantic song, but it's coming through with your family and friends. I'm just getting with this energy. You guys want to have more fun. More fun with your family and friends in general. And that's what I see in 2024. Going out, joking, perhaps singing karaoke, because this song by Barry White, it always makes me laugh. And most folks, it's like a romantic song, but because it came out with family and friends, I'm just getting a lot of jokester, comedy, fun, laughter, energy. And I feel like you want to liven up your social sector. 2024, I feel like that's what you are wanting to pursue. Perhaps that involves, like I mentioned, some of those activities, comedy clubs, movies, board games, but there's something about coming together with your friends, with your family, and doing things that allow everyone to have fun, to talk. Board game energy, you know, when everyone's around, you're having a good time, you're drinking, potlucks too, hangouts, things like that. That's what I'm feeling. But it's a page, so I feel like, okay, amidst all your goals, I feel like this could be maybe a weekly or a monthly occurrence type of thing. It's like you want to have fun, but you also don't want to have fun every day with your friends and family. So it's changing things up a bit too. If some of you have been doing like monthly dates with your friends and you just go out to dinner, or the same with your family, you're like, why don't we try something different? Why don't we do Monday movies or Thursday pizzas, or let's go out to a new cafe every month? It's that type of energy. But there's an overall connection of fun. This was so straightforward. You're gonna also, I feel time is an essence here for you. You want to make sure that you do it, I'm hearing periodically, so you do it where you feel like you connect with your friends and family, but not every day. Let's get any more information. Anything else my Tauruses need to know about their friends and family? Seven of Pentacles. You want to grow this. I feel like this is also an opportunity to re-engage with those that you haven't before consistently. So if certain relationships with your family and friends, you only get together maybe once a year, you're like, you know what, let's make this a little bit regular. And I see this energy of wanting to grow and stabilize this. So some of this may become more regular in 2024. Again, like I mentioned, but it's about having fun. This energy is imbued with creativity, with passion, doing new things, breaking out of the old, mundane, boring. Some of you are ready to, I feel like this has to do with how you left off or how you're leaving off in 2023 and how you want to grow. It's that energy where I'm getting candy, a kid in a candy store, and when you go to college. Not everyone feels this way, but when you go to a candy store and you're told you can only pick one and there's like 30 candies and you're like, but I want to try them all. That's the energy, but with learning. So in college, not everyone, but some people get so excited because there's a lot of courses you could take and they don't know what, and they want to take them all. That's what I'm sensing here with your family and friends' life. You want to grow, but you want to do new things. Maybe Groupon is going to be good for you, where you could try out different deals, or you could look at local community events or fairs or festivals, things like that. That's what I'm getting. It's very experiential. It's not just, let's sit on the couch and talk. You want to do something. For your spirituality outlook, we got the Hierophant, Taurus energy. I told you guys we're going through something spiritual. It's continuing in 2024. You guys are ascending. This is something of a higher order here. I feel like what happened in 2023 not only accelerated you, like I mentioned several times already, but it really connected you to something spiritual, perhaps metaphysical, something out of this world, where you're looking at things in a more deeper, contemplative, philosophical way, like meaning of life. What does this mean? Things like that. And I feel like you're exploring that in 2024. Some of you may connect with a teacher, a guide. It could be a healer of some sorts. It could be self-study, like a course. Education. Sometimes, you know, when people are interested in different spiritual topics, you just start going where the nuggets come up for you. You're like, oh, okay, let me read this book. Then you read another book, etc. And then you start finding out about different opportunities like community events. And that's what I'm feeling for you in 2024. There's a sense of steadily wanting to grow this, stabilize this, but learn. There's an energy here of mastery too. So I feel like some of you are going to, it could be inner work, working with like a therapist or a coach or a healer, again, an alternative healer. But you're working here now towards gaining mastery within yourself, your spiritual goals, and wanting to ascend higher. So some of you are deepening. When I say that, it's a deepening of your practice. Some of you may establish in 2024 routines and practices that allow you to do this. Generally, it could involve some type of contemplative time in the morning or evening, like prayer, meditation, gratitude, or simply connecting with ancestors or your spiritual guides. It's that type of energy. 2024, you're going to continue this elevation and this mastery with spirituality. I feel like this is going to give you and provide a lot of comfort. For some of you that have had any ancestors that have crossed over in 2023, I feel like this is going to deepen your connection with them, but also give you security, a sense of peace. It's like honoring someone that you loved, that died, and you create a little altar for them and you can remember them. That's the energy that I feel in 2024. I'm hearing plants and moon. So some of you may connect to plants, plant medicine, plants, herbs, teas, floral essences, that sort. It could also be nature, where you engage in nature more or change the way you engage in nature. It could include bringing plants into your home, because then I feel like nature here for you is bringing you peace, is bringing you solace. It's like a refreshing vibe, as if someone opened the window. I also got, I said something before too, plant medicine and what else? I forgot what I said. I feel like those are coming. Something about nature is going to be really, it's just going to bring a sense of peace. It's like that soft air that blows in your face when you're sitting outside, and it just feels really soothing. That's the energy that I'm feeling. Anything else my Tauruses need to know, please, for their spiritual outlook? Page of Swords. Be open in 2024. You're going to be getting a lot of messages, a lot of news. I feel like it's also going to expand the way you receive your messages. Some of you are strengthening, again, your connection to the divine, whichever one has. But yours is becoming stronger. And I feel like as a result, you're going to receive messages the same way and in new ways. It could be bibliomancy, through books, through words, through movies, music. There's something about words here, lyrics. Also, you could receive through imagery, like clairvoyance. It could be just different forms of claircognizance or clairsentience. But be open to a lot of messages. Some of you are also connecting to animals, like spirit animals, or animals where you're going to know what they bring for you. They're messages, harbingers of news. Okay, let's take a look at your first quarter. January, February, and March. The Wheel of Fortune. This came out for quite a few folks. Got the fixed signs here: Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio. A chapter is closing. Again, and you got the World. Similar, but the Wheel of Fortune signifies blessings. It's like the universe is telling you, get ready to receive. This ties back to 2023, what you guys have experienced. I just get a heaviness, a weightedness. It's been a year of challenges where you're like, you know what? Can we just have an easy year? I feel like you're starting off the year with blessings, opportunities, golden moments. And I feel like because this cycle, it was a difficult cycle, is closed and closing for you all. This is the universe letting you know this past cycle, which is a 10 of hardships, things that strengthen you and that you needed to in order to realign, Things are shifting now. You're receiving now. So get ready to receive. There's a lot of energy of open hands. So some of you, prayer, meditation, because in meditation you receive, in prayer you ask, right? So there's something there. And I mentioned the spider web earlier. So for some of you, spiders may be important for you. What else do my Tauruses need to know about their first quarter? The Devil card, 6, Capricorn. I get something about the home in astrology, and I don't always get this. In astrology, the 6th house deals with your day-to-day routine, the work that you do, your health, service, pets, tenants, rentals, that kind of thing. Some of you in the first quarter are dropping something that's no longer working. It could be a mindset or a belief that maybe you found comforting, maybe that helped you in some way, but in the long run, it wasn't good for you. I also feel like these are an energy too. It could be multiple. Some of you are leaving behind anyone that is simply not allowing you to evolve, or you feel stuck or stagnant with them in some way. Feel like you're making that decision to let them go. But with the Wheel of Fortune, this could also be the universe taking this energy out in some way. This also speaks to, I'm hearing the song from the Cardigans, Escape and Rewind. It's a song from the 90s, I believe, or early 2000s, where the time has come, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So think of an expiration, or when you put the timer on and it's about to beep. The time has come here to clear this out. Escape and rewind. If you've ever seen the music video, because I'm seeing it right now play, it's been a minute since I've seen that, but I grew up with that as a teen. They're in a room, the band, the Cardigans, they're a Swedish band. They're playing in like a room or garage, and you see it slowly getting smushed, closing in. So something here is about to expire for you, where you know you're about to leave this way of being, way of existing, a belief system, or a person. Someone is leaving. Where am I at first quarter? Okay. Anything else? The universe is asking you and has been asking you, because the spider webs is important. You see it looks like a marionette here with the strings. You're being guided in 2024 to let go of anything that you intuitively know. You just feel it. You're like, this isn't progressing. It's not working out. We keep hitting the same road bumps. You know, after a while, when you hit the same issues over and over again, especially with someone or even at work or whatever, there are only several things you can do. One of them is, okay, what can I do? Because I can't control what happens around me. So I guess this is one thing. But when things keep popping up in the same way and you're not able to resolve them, which means you can't move forward with that person, you can't grow that relationship. So in a way, it kind of keeps you stuck. You can either leave it or you can repeat the cycle again. But I feel like many of you, with the Wheel of Fortune, the universe is telling you this cycle, especially with this energy, and any, again, belief systems that are no longer working for you, or ways of thinking, because they go both ways. When you stop entertaining flaky people, for instance, that's a belief you've had, but you also stop allowing those people in. So at the same time, there's several things happening. It's that same energy, but in this case, I feel like it's someone, they may have something, it could be toxic, an addiction, an issue, some type of challenge that's being presented with this individual that affects the relationship, where it's like you keep hitting the same bump. It's like they're not learning it. And it could be, again, their soul growth, because you can't help anyone but yourself. You can offer support. It's like someone that keeps, I'm getting driving, and they keep passing red lights. Like they're not learning. So naturally they're gonna fail the driving test. So there's something here where this other energy that you're attached to, it could be someone that lives with you or close to home, or someone that you feel very bonded with. you're running into the same issues and something has to change. And this is ending. The universe is guiding you in quarter one, the first 3 months, to think about releasing this. You got 8 of discs because I asked for more information from another tarot deck. Some of you have been working on this for a long time. This is assiduous, hard work. This isn't like 2 weeks, let's go for assistance. This is a while. Some of you have been at this for a while. So this is something for you to think about in quarter one, whether or not you want to carry this forward again, because you risk repeating a cycle, especially since you have the Wheel of Fortune highlighted here. The wheel ends things, but if you don't get off that wheel, you're going to continue on that. Let's look at quarter two. Queen of Cups. Wow, you just have overall amazing energy. I feel like for quarter two, this is almost, I hear like preparing yourself. You know, when you prepare some type of meal or dinner, you do the different preparations, like cutting the fruits or vegetables or the meat or whatever. I feel like this is what you're doing in quarter two. You're taking time to connect with yourself, nourish yourself, really connecting with emotions and with others. It's going to be important during this time. I would say especially if you're a Taurus sun or Taurus rising. Because what I'm getting here, I mean, this will happen in April, right? April, May, June. And for many Tauruses, your birthdays will start in May. Excuse me, April. Mid-April to mid-May. So there's a sense here to really perhaps redefine or refine how you take care of yourself, how you nourish yourself. Because I heard how you do it with yourself is what you'll also receive back. Perhaps that's why in quarter one, because you've got a lot of blessings and opportunities, coming in. But some of you need to let go of someone or something or both during quarter one that's been repetitive, that's not helping you, that's not allowing you to grow. And I feel like in quarter two, it's going to be about you really up-leveling yourself, inner work, taking care of yourself, because self-care is very multi-dimensional. It's not just, let's take a shower and a bubble bath and get a pedicure. This is really like self-parenting, taking a look at wounds and traumas, what's coming up and why. Taking care of your physical self, your emotional and spiritual self as well, mind, body, soul, or spirit. But I feel like this connects largely also to your spirituality and to your love life. Some of you are just getting ready, and it doesn't matter if you're single or not, or in partnerships. You'll feel it within when you need more rest, because this also indicates rest and simply taking care of your needs and making sure that you feel good. I say that for the Taurus suns, especially because you'll be entering your 12th house around this season, and that can bring up, some tiredness. The 12th house in astrology is one of generally isolation, solitude, reflective, because it's right before your solar return. Anything else my Tauruses need to know for their second quarter? 10 of Swords. Another 10 here. Remember, you got the 10 with the Wheel of Fortune? Some of you may be seeing 10s, which signifies completions. Many of you are completing major cycles in your life. There's something that, again, in quarter two, you're being asked to leave, to walk away from, and this could concern how you take care of yourself. So if some of you are not consistent with taking care of yourself and nurturing yourself, there's something you're being asked to leave that doesn't enhance this area of your life. It could be someone too that doesn't contribute to your overall well-being. But I get mainly that this is perhaps a mindset. It could be your relationship with how you take care of yourself and what that looks like and what that means, like routines, practices, and what each part involves and how it looks like for you. Because some of you may be realizing that you're overgiving or have overgiven in relationships. There's something here about the overgiving. I'm seeing a scale. You know, when someone gets on a scale or teeter-totter, it goes down and then the other part goes up unless there's someone or something of equal weight or they can balance. I feel like some of you around, I feel like many of you are aware of this, but it'll be especially highlighted during the early parts of 2024. You're going to realize where you have been overgiving too much of your time and energy, especially if it's another person. It could be someone close to you, any relationship. I said bounded with this one, so it could be like a significant other. It could be a family member, a close friend, someone that you interact with a lot at work. But I feel like what's coming here is you have to take care of yourself first, in the sense of being completely satiated. It's that oxygen mask I'm getting. Put your oxygen mask on first before helping others, because I feel like some of you have invested a lot of energy and time in trying to support other people and help other people, and you're realizing, shit, this is exhausting, it's tiring, I can't keep doing this anymore. Because when we support other people, it doesn't mean we become their doormat. It doesn't mean that we listen to their shit all the time. It doesn't mean that we're constantly trying to fix or change something, especially if they haven't done anything to change it. And it's like you're coming back to the same square one. There's something here that has been repetitive for you, and only those of you that have been experiencing cycles like that will connect to this, because there's a part of your cup here that needs more filling up. So it's important to realize quarter 2 is highlighting this, particularly before if you're a Taurus sun, your birthday. But you're going to get transits hitting that wherever you have Taurus, right, in your chart, and the placement's connected to that. So that's being highlighted as well. Because this is something that you're being guided to rethink and let go of. The universe is really guiding you to move up, to ascend. Quarter 3. 4 of Cups. Water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I feel like the storyline is continuing from each quarter. Some of you need to take a closer look at your relationships and who and what is filling your cup and who isn't. And I feel like many Tauruses have already gotten notice about this, almost like when a landlord or when a mailman leaves a post-it note or some message on your door. It's like that. I feel like many of you are aware of this already, but any relationships that you really are not feeling, you're just not feeling it. That's something to be aware of in quarter 4. Can we clarify this 4 of Cups for my Tauruses, please, for quarter 4? Excuse me, quarter 3. Got the Emperor, Aries energy. There could be some type of shift happening with maybe an authority figure in your life, a father figure, a masculine. But I sense a level of disappointment here. Several things. I sense a little bit of an energy of perhaps too controlling or bossy. You got fours. This could be someone in your home. For those of you that live with a masculine energy, or someone that you feel is dogmatic and it's just not, this person can be older than you too. Someone that's not, it's just not working out. There's something here where I feel like you're realizing this relationship is not working. It's that moment where you say, oh my gosh, it's happening again, or I don't think this is going to continue or improve anymore. There's a sense of acknowledgement and like a radical realization and opening here. Because I feel like you feel this way too many times. more times than you want to. This is specific. For those of you where you're like, nope, no one like this lives with me, or I'm not dealing with anyone like this. This is about clearing out anything that doesn't feel good in your life, especially other people, other energies. You got a lot of energies about releasing here, leveling up, because many of you, your own, I was gonna say your own boundaries too, but your own values have leveled up big time. You guys want more, which means you're gonna elevate more and start meeting other people that are at that same frequency. So some of you are being asked, well, wait, Q3, make sure that anyone that doesn't bring that joy for you, that doesn't support you, think about how that makes you feel. Not everyone, I'll say, I'm getting this right now, not everyone, just because they're nice or presented in a certain way, is meant to be in your life. Just because someone's nice doesn't mean you have to befriend them. And I feel like there's, I'm getting wiggly lines. So the best way for me to translate this is when you're with someone and maybe you connect in a group and you don't really connect to anyone. They're really nice people, but you just don't connect. You're not obligated to remain in contact. That's important here, because I feel like some of you have been carrying some of these people's energies or relationships when you're not really feeling it. So there's something about asking yourself why, and also your move is going to determine, well, what's going to happen with these people. Something about a cow. I just got a cow. I said to look at the cow. Something about a cow. Look at this. The Hierophant for your spirituality outlook had some type of cow, bull, bovine, right? This card for your third quarter, there's a similar horned creature. Maybe it's a goat, I don't know. There's something about that here. I feel like it's a pattern that you may want to be aware of, because I feel like this is speaking more to the underlying pattern than it is the people themselves. And I feel like this could be something that has been continuing for a while with people, because it's showing you something. You're supposed to be strategic with your energy. Some of you, the Tauruses that I'm connecting to, you guys attract a lot of people. You're like magnetic. You may wonder, like, what the hell? It's like the bees and honey type of energy, where people just are drawn to you. But you're not always meant to allow anyone to stick to your honey, right? Or you know those mosquito tapes where the mosquitoes get trapped? It's okay for people to come and go, like a revolving door. You got to be very strategic in Q3. I feel like this is when it's going to come up, but I feel like this message holds any time of the year, not just Q3 in 2024. But you're being guided to be strategic with your time, with your energy, because it's valuable. And many of you, when you really get serious about executing and practicing your values, you're going to realize, you know what really matters to me are the people that nourish me, uplift me, support me. There's reciprocity. They care about me. Because I feel like some people, you expected more, and the expectation was incorrect. Hope I said that right. In other words, you didn't listen to your intuition about some people. You were expecting something different, and you were disappointed. And there's a lesson here more than anything. Fourth quarter, death. I mentioned this earlier. In the beginning, when we looked at your 2023 summary, Q4 is death, which is October, November, December. And it resonates with the energy. So this is Scorpio energy. Death here generally signifies a change, a transformation. And that's usually what happens around this time of year. I feel like an old way of you is going to leave and a new way is going to resurrect. But I also feel like this contends with the theme of death and mortality. This connects to some of you in 2023 that dealt with this issue. The real life issue of death. Someone or people close to you may have passed away in their physical bodies and left this earth. And I feel like this is an exploration. This is something occult, hidden, something dark. Perhaps you have a fear around death, or you're examining what death means to you, especially in these seasons. October, November, December, we have Day of the Dead around the world, Dia de los Muertos, Halloween, Hallows Eve, connection with ancestors in the past. Because there's something here that I keep getting with you guys about ancestor altars. So there's an examination of what that means to you, because I feel like 2023 taught many of my Tauruses that I'm connecting to how short life truly is, and how stupid things that you thought weren't stupid are really stupid, and how you're placing greater emphasis and meaning on the important things, which a lot of them are inanimate. It's like love, emotions, spirituality, things that continue on even when we leave this world. So I feel like there's several things happening. You're getting, what's the best way to say this? You're getting more comfortable with what death means to you, metaphorically, but also the physical sense, what it looks like. This connects, again, I told you guys are going through some deep, accelerated spiritual ascension process, deep. This isn't like meditation 101, though I feel like some of you are going to institutionalize and be consistent with those practices. This is your spirituality. I feel like you will connect to an ancestor, or like I mentioned, a mentor or a coach, a tutor, a guide, a teacher in the physical world. Someone that's guiding you around this theme of change. Because some of you, especially with some of the repeated quarter themes about releasing, letting go, and some patterns, you're being guided to understand what it means in releasing, because it's just like this, the circle. It just continues. And releasing is a way of surrendering and trusting in something more. And some of you are learning how to trust in what you don't see, how to trust in when you don't know your next step, and how to trust, especially when where you put your trust before may have been violated, betrayed, or that promise that was promised to you was not followed through. So there's a lot happening, very deep dive here in quarter 3. And I feel like these themes are coming up, but also for you to connect on a more, this is very spiritual that I'm getting, which is going to also bring about change. When you start thinking about these things, it changes and shifts your belief systems, which naturally changes everything else outside of you. So some of you, the death card for me also brings about clearing away, like, I wouldn't say complete minimalism, but some of you during the last quarter of 2024, the last 3 months, you may realize, I'm going to downsize, or I'm getting rid of this stuff, or I'm decluttering. It's like a major releasing of your life. Some of you may have Libra South Node. If so, this is what's happening right now. You're also, I feel, in quarter 3, going to contend with any issues you haven't that have been unresolved. Childhood issues, wounds, especially as they relate to the themes we talked about earlier. That's going to be important, because see this person looking behind the curtain? It's like no more. And it's a skull. The curtain, no more. This stuff has to come out, be dealt with, processed, transmuted, and you're off. Okay, anything else we need to know for the final quarter for my Tauruses? Some of these are deep. 9 of Pentacles. Your soul wants, let me put it this way. 2023, the way that you incarnated, Tauruses that I'm talking to, your soul in 2024 was like, you know how some people, when they finish maybe algebra, they're like, okay, I'm gonna stop here, I think it's enough. Or they're like, maybe I'll go into statistics. Your soul's like, oh, hell no, we're going to calculus part 3 or something. Your soul really asked for growth in this area of life, dealing with death, transformation. These are they're existential issues in a human way, because we don't understand it. That's why your spirituality is going to be key. It's highlighted for 2023. Your soul really wants to grow in this area spiritually. I feel like these are lessons that have continued for multiple lives. So if any of you have a fear around death, of endings, of metaphorical death, like leaving people, letting things go, letting cycles end, it has to do around feeling safe. Because when you think about it, energy will continue. Energy doesn't die. It just transforms itself into a different way. That's not to absolve grief. Grief will be present for humans because it sucks when someone we love dies. It truly sucks. But they're still there. They're just, you can't see them. But the thing has to do too with also realizing some things that we let go of, bring in the things that we want. You got the World card, and then for your first quarter, you got the Wheel of Fortune. The more you practice surrendering and letting go when it's time, and many of my Tauruses, you guys know this, I feel like you are super intuitive that I'm talking to you, but you've been ignoring that feeling. And then later on, you tell yourselves, why did I do this? And it's about, you got a lot of water energy for 2024, which signifies to me, your intuitive, psychic, and spiritual connections are increasing. You're being guided to connect and to really nurture those channels. Your soul really wants to grow in this area. Some of you may be called or may have a strong pull towards esoteric subjects, occult, astrology, divination, connecting to ancestors. It's connecting to the unseen. And I feel like that's going to give you a lot of comfort. It allows you to also, for you, make sense of what's happened. What is the biggest obstacle my Tauruses will face in 2023? Excuse me, in 2024. 8 of Coins. Eight of Coins can be working towards something and not always enjoying it. It's like investing but not always getting the rewards. This is hard work. And you guys aren't immune to hard work, especially after we talked about your 2023. But I feel your obstacle here is obstinance. In other words, some of you are pushing and pushing and pushing, making something work, and it's not. So you're facing resistance, and that's a way of control. So for me, the 8 of Coins, the energy that I'm getting largely has to do about controlling things, controlling situations, controlling people, controlling outcomes. You know when you're trying to make something fit, and then it breaks, and you're like, shit. Or you're trying to put on a pair of jeans, and you're like, oh gosh, these jeans don't fit, and you're like, I'm gonna wear it. Or a dress, or pants, whatever it is. I'm giving examples. It's that energy. It's that, or you're trying to put something in the trunk and it doesn't fit. It's that energy. Or the suitcase is the better energy when you're packing on a trip and you can't fit it and you're like, it's coming in. That's the energy that I'm feeling, and that's resistance you're facing. And you're gonna get different pop quizzes throughout the year. The universe is asking you, what are you gonna do here? Are you gonna keep pushing, keep controlling? Because my Tauruses, you guys know, I know it, I can feel it. Those that I'm connecting to right now, you know when something has to change, you feel it in your body right away. And you know when something has to end, you feel it too. But some of you, you're holding on, which is why I had to look at the cow. There's something about the cow. The bovine, we got the skull, and I think the other one may be a goat or a cow, I don't know. Something to do with fossils, with the past, archaeology. The bull rules over Taurus, and I just learned about this recently as I'm diving deep into Hellenistic astrology. And it's super interesting because the concept around power and control with the bull, it translates into the archetype of Taurus, right? The bull has immense power, but sometimes utilizing and managing that power can be difficult, especially in the human world. And it can manifest in different ways, especially control and different other energies that may not be the best, may not be optimal. I feel like because you guys are ruled by Venus, some of you are looking at or have been looking at the potential of things and hoping, almost like a romantic, dreamy visionary, rather than the practicalities. And I feel like 2023 and coming up as we end this year has really been pushing you to reflect on all of that. 2024 is really asking you to, because there's a strong connection to your intuitive and psychic channels to your own gifts and feeling what you're feeling, and also connecting that to the physical world. Hey, this is what you're feeling. Are you seeing that things are changing? Because if they're not changing in your physical reality around you, you got your answer there. So your biggest block is going to be around control and learning, you know what, if the puzzle piece isn't fitting, no matter how many times I try to put that puzzle piece together with the other, it's asking me to do something. It's reflecting back to me something. Let's see the best way that you can tackle this. Temperance. I kid you not, Sagittarius energy. This is very spiritual energy. It's going within. This goes with some of the themes that have come up about inner work. Some of you, this could be relating to self-parenting. Your issues of control and power have to do with loss and insecurity. And I feel it has to do with death. Metaphorical and also physical. Some of you may have lost people that were close to you in your life. This could have been abandonment too, and you may have recently, like I mentioned in 2023, lost someone or some people close to you. And these themes are coming up for you almost like, okay, school's starting and we're gonna look at these topics. It's time for you to get into these topics because we want you to process, heal, and come into an awareness of what's going on so you don't have to deal with this shit anymore. Your spiritual practice is going to be the key to overcoming this obstacle, connecting to the divine, to the spirituality. Some of you have Chiron and Taurus. I'm saying that, I feel that right away. Your spiritual practice is going to give you that safety, that emotional safety, because it will never go away. Your spiritual connection will always be there. And the more you nurture it, the stronger it gets. So spirituality is going to be key for you. Anything else my Tauruses need to know about how to tackle this obstacle? 7 of Wands. This is going within. Putting your energy towards what you can control. You know those bubble diagrams that you've seen? I've seen them on Pinterest, Google. You can Google the control, what I can control versus what others control, and you'll get bubbles. And within your bubble, it tells you everything that you can control, which is usually pertaining to yourself, how you respond, your beliefs, your emotions, what you say. That's the energy here. It's time to put the energy on what and who you can control, which is yourself. If you're putting in the work to make yourself a better human being and feel good, etc., that's all you can do. And if you're realizing that some people you're with or whatever you're involved in, like work, and you're like, this isn't changing. You know, I've been here a year or have been trying in this relationship for a year plus and it's not changing. You got to ask yourself, what's the next best step for you and why are you still in this? Because sometimes no matter what, and that's the hard part with the human stuff, with the emotions, we see the potential in others, we love others, and we can only love them, but we can't help or fix them in the way that we want. So that's, your spirituality is going to be key, my Tauruses. Now let's pivot to your oracle messages. We are wrapping up, you guys. I know it's been long. These were longer than last year's, but I really wanted to go deep and offer whatever I can because there's a lot of different energies here. What else do my Tauruses need to know for their soul path? We got Leo, the lover. So key themes associated with Leo include expressive, creative, loving, playful, warm, overt, self-confident, flirtatious, glowing, bedazzling, extroverted, vital, guileless, egotistical, juicy, proud, trusting, excessive. We got Leo in one area of your life. I remember we got Leo. Where did we get Leo? Hold on, folks. Ace of Wands. I can't find it right now because I have so many cards on top of. I guess we didn't. I thought we did. I feel like this speaks to stepping into your heart. This is the heart and soul of the zodiac because Leo rules over the heart. Some of you are being asked to connect to this energy in 2024. At the bottom of the deck, we have 8th house intimacy. Generally, we view the 8th house as death as well, which is interesting. So we got Leo energy, which speaks, it's the energy that is towards the middle of the summer. This energy is one, because Leo's a fixed or solid sign, so it's one of endurance, of holding things through, of working through things and staying the course. This is a fellow, again, fixed solid sign like you are, Taurus. But there's something here. Connect to where Leo is in your chart, because I feel like there's a personal message here for everyone around this. Because I feel the energy here is, like I mentioned earlier, about wanting to expand more. And Leo is ruled by the sun. And the sun rules that area for us, our goals, our ambitions, soul purpose. Let's continue on and see what else you need to know for your soul path. What else do my Tauruses need to know? Okay. We got 2 cards. We got change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. This is the similar energy with the death card, change. This is also another fear with Chiron and Taurus. Some of you, again, are contending what change looks like for you and what it means. We also have peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. In order to get to where you want to go in 2024, there are going to be some changes you're going to need to make in order for you to reach that status of peace and also level of inner peace. I got that right away. That means releasing some people around you, some belief systems, some habits that you've done, anything that's not helping you move in the direction that you want to. This is going to be key, which is why your blockage that came out about control is going to be highlighted throughout the year, because the universe is saying you don't need to control everything, because things are going to work out in the way that is going to help you on your journey. There's an element of faith and trust here. What else do my Tauruses need to be aware of, please, for their soul journey in 2024? I thought more cards fell. We got one, another oracle here. Labyrinth. There's something about circles with you guys and nature. It's like you're finding your way back and the universe is not giving you the answer. Because you know when you enter a maze or a labyrinth, you got to find your way out. Ever done it zoomed out, like on paper? It's easy to do mazes. Or sometimes we see it with animals. People sometimes that have little animals like rodents create mazes for them. And you can see where the exit is, but they can't. So they use their instincts. And you're being guided to do the same in your path, in your journey. Tap into your instincts, tap into your intuition. Some of you have animals coming through here. We've got a wolf. I'm going to show you the animals. I was just guided to do that. It means picking up the cards. We have horses. We've got wolves. You notice a lot of black and white in your reading. There's an energy of duality here. We have a cat, bottom here. That's it here. Let's take a look here. Nothing here. We got birds. And that skull I told you about, that cow. Cows are about fertility. They're also divine feminine energy, about releasing. We got the spider web. Spider web is weaving your own life, but it's very spiritual too, because it's a conscious energy. More birds. Got that cow or goat skull. A white bird or a dove. These look like swan or geese, some type of bird. A lot of spiritual messages coming through animals to you in 2024. Okay, this looks like the lion or the tiger. Leo energy. It looks like a lion, maybe a female lion. Something with cats. All of this speaks to trusting yourself within. You're going to be able to navigate your life in 2024 by always connecting to your inner self, trusting to that feeling. And then if you feel a certain something with someone, pay attention to their actions in the physical world, right? If you're feeling something off about someone, look at how they're behaving. Don't discount what you're feeling. Your intuition is coming up strongly for 2024. What else do my Tauruses need to know, please, for their soul path? What else do they need to be aware of? Okay, you got, excuse me, 45, which reduces to a 9, dragonling garden. There are more animals. We have deer, a baby dragon, a red cardinal, squirrels, a frog, a rabbit. Is this a snake? No, those are her stockings. I thought this was a snake here. That looks like the girl's stockings. They look like stripes. So you got additional animals here. Many of them tap into feminine energy. A new world is born. Interesting, because at the beginning, your card clarifying the Ace of Coins was the world. You guys are creating a new world in 2024, which may feel very uncomfortable, because when you go in and things shift at the bottom, when your house shifts, imagine if your house where you live in now shifts. The foundation shifts. The window you used to look out of, you're going to see something different. Same thing that's happening in 2024 with your values and your philosophy of life. When you change that or shift that in any way, things around you are going to shift. That means people and things you used to do, they're going to change because you can't do what you've been doing before. How can my Tauruses best nurture and take care of themselves in 2024? What can they continue? What can they start or re-engage in? What will help them most in 2024? You got one card. Journal. Got 29. It reduces to an 11. New starts, new beginnings, spirituality. Journaling is going to be key. If some of you do it, it's an invitation to go deeper. It could be journaling alongside some spiritual prompts or books or learnings, journaling some messages that you receive. If any of you haven't started, this is an amazing way to start the year. I feel like there's a connection here. When I mentioned in your spirituality sector, there's going to be a lot of messages coming through to you in 2024, and journaling and keeping stock of those is going to be vital, because you'll be able to look back and you're going to see a lot of repeating things, a lot of similarities, things you're learning, and it's going to allow you to trust yourself. Let's get some messages from the spirit animals. What do my Tauruses need to know for 2024? There's something about words. Did I mention that already? I look down here. There's something about words here. I feel like some of you, the journaling that you do, you're going to be able to translate that into some creative project. Some of you are going to write books. You're going to podcast or speak about your ideas, your experiences. You're going to share it with the world in some way. I feel like many of you are also going to be guides, teachers in that way. That goes with the creative, what was it, in the finance section when when I pulled up the Ace of Wands and then clarified with this Ace of Pentacles. Whatever it is you've healed from in your life, whatever your experiences have been, I feel like you're going to translate that into some type of document, living art, living work, something that you can tangibly share with the world. So it may come from your journaling. Your animal spirit message, we got cougar. You guys have a lot of cat energy. We got cat, we got lion, and we got cougar. Assertive. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. That's why we have Leo. You're being asked to take a leadership, main character energy of your life. Some of you, in order to elevate and to glow up, to expand, that means you're gonna have to let go of certain limitations, anything or anyone that's holding you back. Because if they're not progressing, and you'll know this right away, because if the relationship hasn't really shifted, you'll know. You're gonna have to make a decision whether or not you want to repeat a cycle with that, or you're ready to cut that loose and grow. A lot of cat energy here. What? Okay. I was asking the archangels for additional messages and it popped out. We got Archangel Hope. Look for a cosmic gift. Remember, you deserve it. This is really beautiful. Some of you may want to connect to Archangel Hope. I feel like some of you are seeing butterflies and rainbows. It could be past, present, future. There's something coming through with the rainbow rainbow aura quartz. I feel like some of the Tauruses I'm connecting to, you're gonna, if you don't already, have the gift of connecting between different realms, different dimensions, perhaps the other side as people know it, but that's one of many realms. Interesting how we got Archangel Hope, especially with what I said in the beginning. This goes with the first quarter message. You got the Wheel of Fortune. Where is it? There's a lot of cards I have here. Get ready to receive, you all. This is a really beautiful message. I love the colors. We're gonna wrap this up with our final message from Archangel Michael. What do my Tauruses need to know? Did I just hear a chunk fall? Oh, you got 4. I'm writing this down in your notes. 4s are something that has repeatedly come up for your reading. It speaks to your foundation, emotional, physical foundation, your home, lineage, ancestors. Your first message is 29, which reduces to an 11. Stay the course. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy start. Learn from your experiences and keep going. And you got more birds in the background. Right there. You have number 3. Archangel Michael is with you now. Even though you can't see it, I am actively working on this situation. I am here and helping you. Some of you are entering 2024 with something that has still not been resolved, or that's kind of on pause and you're like, I want to wait and see how things improve. I feel like some of the Tauruses I'm connecting to, you're giving yourself some type of deadline. If this situation or this relationship doesn't improve by this date, you're going to let it loose. Next card we got was number 9. Don't give up on love. A relationship you cherish can be healed. Allow me to clear the way for forgiveness so that love can thrive again. We've got dolphins here. Finally, we have number 38, which reduces to an 11. Some of you are seeing 11s a lot. This came up in your reading. Yes, you are correct. You have listened to your inner guidance and made a wise choice. Keep moving forward. There's an energy here of going forward, to keep going. Keep moving forward. Learn from your experiences. Keep going. So these are all confirmations. Listen to yourself. Don't give up. Keep going. Some of you, if something is not working out in the way that you want it to or want, and you're like, I can't control this anymore, it's like you let go, you're gonna feel a huge release, because energetically it's exhausting as well. Just like as if you're holding on to something tightly, energetically it's exhausting. And when you let go, you release it, and it just feels like, whoa. So there's something here where if you're tired of holding on to something or trying to fix something, try letting go, because you can always go back to controlling it if you want, because you already know what that's like. My Tauruses, I hope this reading has helped. Comment down below, share with me if any of this resonated. I hope this has helped someone out there and will help, because I know we're about to go into 2024. If this was helpful or if you got anything out of it, I would truly appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button, as this really helps my channel grow, and it truly helps me. I'm losing my train of thought here. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. I am wishing you a beautiful rest of 2023 and a blessed and amazing 2024. I hope everything works out to your heart's desire and you get even more than you dreamed of. Thank you for being here. I'll see you soon. Take care.